Well, the Great Movie Ride was always my favorite ride in all of Disney World. I'm a big movie lover, and this is the one place where I felt like they really paid tribute to some great films, so it breaks my heart that it's closing, but I'm glad I got to be here one last time.
We're here today to say goodbye to the Great Movie Ride. It is everyone in my family's favorite ride, so we're really going to miss it. So thanks for the memories.
Today is August 13th, 2017. This is the last day that the Great Movie Ride is in operation. It's going to be replaced by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Just had to show up on the very last day of the Great Movie Ride. Had to ride it at least one more time.
I love this ride. I've been here since I was 4, go every year. It's real sad to see that the Great Movie Ride's leaving. One of my favorite rides, especially the Wizard of Oz part. Loved that when I was a little kid. Got sad when I thought of it as the last time to be on that ride. It's truly going to be missed.
Being able to work here was one of my biggest goals because I used to work in the area, and finally being able to get trained after being here for 3.5 years was one of the proudest moments of my life because it was such a tough part of training. Like, training was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, and so being able to get through it and do the ride and say I'm part of this legacy is such an incredible feeling.
I can't express properly into words what it means to me to have been a part of this magic, to be here today, and I will probably cry throughout the day. Being something a part of the movies, even though it's a Disney World ride, has always been a dream of mine, so this is amazing, and I love this place, and I will miss this place dearly.
I used to work here, and I loved it. My time here was amazing. It's not really about the attraction so much today, it's more of the people and the people coming all together. We're kind of just one big happy family, and it's really bittersweet today, and I'm gonna miss it.
Rides I rode here in 1989 with my mother, and she loved it. Yeah. My daughters love it, and we were really upset when they were going to close it down. I'm hoping they do not do anything with the outside structure of it, integrity, because it just means a lot to me.
This ride was one of the very few that my husband could ride before he died because he became disabled. This was his favorite park, so I'm here to say goodbye to the ride and sit with his memories just one more time.
To put it into words, what this place means is, I know it's kind of silly for some people to maybe look at this and wonder why do people get emotional about a ride, but it's more than a ride. It's a family. It's a place people called home. It was a shelter for some people.
The movie ride has meant so much to me ever since I was a little kid. The ride opened exactly a year after I was born, and coming here as a kid, this was always the #1 stop for me, and the last stop for me as well. Today is like a funeral. I feel like I'm going to say goodbye to a loved one. It's very sentimental to me, and the good thing is I always have the memories, and we'll see you in the movies, movie ride.
We're here today to say goodbye to one of my favorite rides here at this park, and we can quote it backwards and forwards. It's gonna be really missed by myself and my family. I want to say thank you for being here since 1989, and it's been a wonderful pleasure riding this ride. It's changed over many years with the ending show and the pre-show, but it's still a love in my heart.
Here on the last day of Great Movie Ride, had to come back to studios to celebrate such a special ride that's, you know, a day one attraction, and I have very fond memories of riding this with my aunt. It was one of the few rides beyond the backstage backlot tour to do, so very sad to see it go.
This is a sad day, the Great Movie Ride. It's the end of the Great Movie Ride. It's one of my favorite rides. I could do it with my kids. We've been doing it since probably 2001, so it's going to be like a bittersweet moment, and I'm going to miss it.
It's one of my favorites, so it's going to be sad to say goodbye, but at least we're going out in high fashion.
Yeah.
I've been on the ride since 1989, so I miss it a lot. And I wish it wasn't going, and it's a shame. So I'm hope that the park will have something to commemorate some of what was in here, to remind younger people of the classic movies that we had, because the park won't have that anymore, and I'm really heartbroken about that.
The Great Movie Ride was really just a great representation of all things entertainment. Movies are able to touch people, and this ride has touched so many people, so I wish it could stay around longer because it is a wonderful ride. It truly is.
Hi, I'm Kim. I spent 3 years working on the movie ride in college. I met my husband here at the movie ride, and these are our movie ride children here.
Are you going to miss the ride?
Absolutely. I love the ride.
What was your favorite part of the ride?
Everything.
What do you want to do? Did you want to work here?
Yeah, I wanted to work here when I was old enough, but
not this time.
It's a sad day for all Disney fans. The Great Movie Ride showed classic golden age of Hollywood, what true movies used to be made. They don't make them like that anymore. There's no more Humphreys, there's no more Gene Kellys singing in the rain, no more Dorothys from Kansas.
The people who worked here made this ride. The gangsters and the bandits, the tour guides, and even the managers and coordinators. Every day we showed up to work and put on a show, and this was where I felt like a real cast member and not just an employee.
We're going to miss the Great Movie Ride so much because it keeps great old Hollywood alive, and it really shows the magic of everything and how movies were made, and it's going to be so sad to see it go. It will never be another ride like it.
I remember the first time I rode this ride back in 1990. I fell in love with it from the get-go. As a kid, I was in love with it, and now as an adult, I've shared it with my children, and it has instilled a love of classic films with my kids.
I've been riding the Great Movie Ride since I was a little kid. I've been coming here with my great-grandma, my grandma. We all love this ride, and I'm sad to see it go because there are very few rides I remember riding with my great-grandma and her remembering everything from them. I will miss it very much.
My brother and I, we have been coming to this ride since, oh my goodness, he was born in 90, so I would say 92, 93, and this was such a big part of our childhood. We would come on this ride at least twice every time we visited because we had to do the bandit and we had to do the gangster. It's so important to us because we would even play act it at home. I always had to be the tour guide. He always got to be the gangster or the bandit. And we would even have the pop guns. He would set up, we even got like a toy shotgun, which I'm sure they don't sell anymore. But we put that on the back of the couch, so that's where the sheriff's was, and we would have the shootout. And we even got a smoke machine, except one day he played with it too much that the neighbors thought the house was on fire, so we had to kind of cut back on that. now it's time to say goodbye, and I really feel like I'm saying goodbye to my childhood. Something I thought would kind of always be there, but I mean, this is it. I'm really gonna miss it. It really sparked my love for older movies, for the classics.
It was a family. Everyone that loves this ride is a family, and they always will be.
I wouldn't have my children if it wasn't for this place. I wouldn't have the great friends that I have in my life if it wasn't for here. This place is, it's everything.
I don't know what to say that they already said. I mean, these people have been like so impactful in my life and this building, and I grew up here pretty much, so I mean, I'm gonna miss it a lot, for sure.
The ride meant a lot to me because that's a lot of history in movies, and it's a shame that they're taking it away. That's what really breaks my heart.
Yeah, same. I remember coming here back in 2005 for my first Disney trip, and this was one of the first rides I went on when it was known as MGM Studios at the time. And it's definitely going to be missed. My cousins love The Wizard of Oz, so they're going to surely miss coming down here from Boston.
It really hits home. Yeah. Because this is a lot of history packed in, what, 5 minutes?
Exactly,
5 minutes?
and it's like the original animatronics that Disney had in the like the late 80s.
And that's what makes it so historic, so beautiful. But I guess times are changing, so I gotta go with current trends.
Exactly, yeah.
This is one of the first rides I went on, and it scared the crap out of me. I was told it wasn't going to be scary, and then there comes the alien, and I'm yelling at my parents, and we have it on home video. So I'm really going to miss Great Movie Ride a lot. It means a lot to me. I love it. That's all for now.
So GMR is one of my favorite rides. It's like a great memory with Mary Poppins, and all my favorite movies are in it. And it's a great show, and it will truly be missed. I actually went to school for film, so the Great Movie Ride is kind of where my love for film came from, and it kind of sparked the light when I was a young kid.
This is my first time riding the ride. Super excited, here for the Disney College program with my roommate. So she told me a lot about it and what to expect, and there's a lot of unexpected too. But I'm super excited, love the classic movies, so ready for an adventure.
How do you feel about it closing before you've ever ridden it?
I feel like I'm a part of something major right now that I'm on it, and I didn't even know it was closing, so it feels like a good impact.
I'm definitely going to be missing the Great Movie Ride because I grew up watching a lot of these movies, you know, Wizard of Oz and things like that, and my family's only gone to Disney about 3 times in my life, and this is my 4th time coming. So riding it 1/4 the last time is definitely really special to my heart, and I'm really excited to see what Disney has next for this attraction.
Today's a very emotional day for us, mostly since we're saying goodbye to a family member.
That's right.
A dear family member, a family that actually helped build this family.
That's right.
I had the pleasure of starting at the Great Movie Ride in 1994, where I first met Jennifer.
I was college program spring of '94, and that's where we met. And these kids are alive because of the ride.
Yeah, the ride is very important to us. You know, there's something very magical about what the ride does for the everyday day guests, but what it does for the people on the inside that work. We have a family that is growing and growing, and we've all reconvened on the ride this weekend just to say goodbye. We flew our family in from Arlington, Texas, and there's been over 400 of us together, from the crew that had the wonderful experience of opening the attraction to the crew that has the responsibility and the care to close it. And so we've all shared the same emotions, and we all consider ourselves, no matter what year you worked here, we consider ourselves part of that same family. So we're honored to be here, and we really appreciate the opportunity to say goodbye to a dear friend and family member. That's a wrap.
I think I went here the first year it opened and went on that ride and just kind of fell in love with it. And every year we come back here, we've enjoyed our time on the ride, and really unfortunate to see it go. Yeah. We love the history that it has. Bye, Great Movie Ride. Bye, Great Movie Ride.
My name is Ian Janosko, and I was a movie rider back 2009, 2012, and one last ride through, saying goodbye to the old girl. Gonna miss her. It was a one-of-a-kind attraction that combined animatronics, live action, 2 different rides. The end of the epic animatronic attraction as we know it, unfortunately. Gonna be missed. Gonna be missed. Maybe one day we'll get it back, who knows, but I'll miss it until then. Revolution Movie Ride.
Love you, Great Movie Ride. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap!
August 13th, 2017. Goodbye to the Great Movie Ride. It's a wrap.